but I could also be missing something where it's like, oh my goodness, that thing's amazing. Because you just be like, well, this security protocol says you only have to hit the things that aren't normal. And you go, well, let me define normal, click, and then they boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, kill everybody.
Oh, nice.
Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom.
Do it.
You're all dead, I'm going to bed. All right, so when we last left our heroes...
Hey.
What is
Well,
that?
I feel like there's some giant quotation marks around that.
Let's not make that joke, okay? We are actually much more.
This is the closest to heroes we've
heroic?
been in like years.
Yeah, we are much more heroic. We are much more
we haven't
good
yet done
aligned.
something horrible. For now, you can use
what
the term
is
sincerely.
always alignment anyway.
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good even. Damn.
I'm lawful neutral.
Lawful neutral. Super by the law and don't care about nobody.
Yep, she is chaotic good.
That's good. What is everybody else's alignment?
Neutral good.
What about the burr?
Bird's dead, doesn't matter.
What is the Burr's alignment?
We're about to find out. Lawful good.
Awful good.
That makes sense.
Lawful good.
Paladin there.
It actually does make sense. Whoa, there's HP above dude.
No, there's not.
Oh, what is that?
I mean, it very well might be HP, but we can't see it. Only you and Brett can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Brian or Tony would have to go through and check a bunch of things to make everybody see it.
I don't care enough. Alright, so when we last
Clearly.
left our actual heroes, our heroic party of heroicness,
That's right.
you guys were on the Outpost Z? Yeah,
Good job.
I remembered the name.
Power to you.
And you were talking to all the
gold
fringe
star.
people who live on the edge of Atlantic-controlled space. And everyone here is weird, and you don't know most of them, but luckily, almost everybody speaks Atlanti now.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you've been having fun walking through and making shenanigans. Oh, just to catch did you catch Jephthah all the way up? I heard you telling some of what happened.
Yeah, I can also go ahead and give a quick rundown as well for everybody.
Do it.
So we have arrived on Outpost Z. We are in search of a retrofitter named Talmrin because we need to get to the prison moon Gulta. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Golta, yep.
Gulta, okay. We need to get to the prison in Gulta to rescue our, friend. I guess there's two people that's still a friend. To rescue our android friend Sedona. But in order to get to the prison moon without a whole bunch of issues, we came to get our ship retrofitted to look more like an Atlanti ship, so it'll get past security a little bit easier and with less questions. We made our way in... What?
Oh, sorry, but I was just going to say, we still have 3 people that call her friend. Verquara isn't gone, he's just in the...
That's fair.
In the ship.
And
continue.
And so with that, we got to Outpost Z and started looking for Talmrin. We had a couple of weird little yellow guys that were like kind of tailing us, and Brett ended up murdering them. Or I guess I should say Yumero Sakandi ended up murdering them. We found a very sick shrimp person. Yeah, they're a shrimp person. And we managed to get them into better health, and then we actually managed to heal them of the disease that they were suffering from completely. And they have been acting as a translator for us as we made our way about the ship, interacting with different people, different shopkeepers, and things like that. A couple of interactions that we had with shopkeepers. I'm only going to make a couple of the notable ones. Brett had a run-in with a dude who, by what I can tell, just trade anything for whatever he has, and so he got a hat for a shitty spear, and then he traded the hat off for a set of armor, Brett?
Yep.
Okay. We interacted with a very cute little squid that exists in a water bubble, whose name was... Oh, dang it, let me grab my notes.
Half-red.
Half-red. I knew it was something red. And they gave us instructions on how to contact Talmrin, which involves smacking a code into a bunch of pipes over here. Some other interactions that occurred was Yumero Sakandi interacted with I'm just calling it a large furball with teeth.
Zarb.
A Zarb, which is literally like an 8-foot tall furball, 8-foot tall bundle of muscle covered in fur with a giant mouth. And he got into a small scuffle to prove his dominance, in which case he was allowed to trade with the vendor. The vendor also had a set of Aslanti armor, which is Lanti armor in the possession of someone who is not supposed to have that specific set of armor is punishable immediately by death by Aslanti law. Knowing that, Aoi stepped up and was like, in a very aggressive sense, said, "I'm taking this for your own good." The vendor initially was like, "Man, I don't want you to do that," and then was like, "Okay, yeah, I don't want trouble," and so they buggered off. Aoi also attempted to talk to a small little rat vendor who immediately said, "You are the oppressors. Get out of here," and which Aoi found that particularly entertaining. And I think that's about where we are at currently.
Yep, you guys had just gotten Talmarin to come out of her hiding place.
And real quick, welcome Minetta to the chat. Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
No, we're not. Get out, Minetta.
Oh.
Whoa.
Minetta's like,
Minetta, we're looking for a new Brett.
We're looking for a new Brett. Hey, Minetta, do you want to play Starfinder?
Oh. Ow.
Kidding.
Only a little bit.
Fire. All right.
I'm gonna die.
So, I'm going to read the blurb for Talmarin again, so we back up the post there, back up to speed. I also put the picture of Talmarin back in the interactive gaming hangout, so if you want to refresh what she looks like,
I will pull that up and bring it to where the chat is able to see.
Alright, so the sounds of the rhythmic tapping echo from one pipe to another, reverberating in a soft chorus with each other, and they finally die out. A minute passes without response. Then 2. Then 3. Patience eventually pays off as the soft sounds of nails clacking against metal heralds the arrival of a creature in response. A pair of huge shimmering eyes appears in the darkness of a large bronze pipe 20 feet above the ground. They blink in curiosity as they regard the creatures down below. "Foreign critters in Aslanti space?" the being asks, craning her long neck to get a better view of the people who summoned her. "What dost thou seek here?"
So, real quick, Tony, once again, with this book's inconsistency of where this outpost actually exists at.
Yeah, it's on the edge of Aslanti space. Must mean that it's so close to the edge that half in it, and that's what I'm gonna assume.
Some people consider it to be in Aslanti space. Some people consider it to not be.
That's what I'm just gonna. That's what's happened.
Yep, you got it.
The technician Talmarin resembles a cross between a white-furred cat and a weasel. She has large ears, a long, flexible neck, a thin, flexible body, and short limbs and paws that look suitable for burrowing. Her eyes are huge and clouded, and she is wearing colorful layers of silver and blue clothing. Oop, there. I mean, that's pretty. There. There it is.
Does she get a token?
Whoop, there it is.
I mean, I don't think she's gonna need one.
Oh, okay.
But if she ever does, I'll make one.
You got it.
They're gonna die quick then.
Jesus, guy.
Staying positive.
She speaks an understandable, if an odd dialect of common, which you can already tell because she's already talked to you. So, well, she asked you a question. What dost thou seek here?
You know, I don't know if anyone can hear it, but they changed the flight patterns here in Anchorage. I think it's because they have construction going on at the airport. After the earthquake and stuff, they've like been repairing some runways, and what that means is that all of the airplanes just fly directly over Anchorage.
Oh,
it's pretty annoying, actually. Oh no,
that was a good thing. I'm happy you opened the door.
Yeah, I'm happy you opened the door too, darling. And even if the door was closed, you could still hear it echoing through the building.
wow. That'll be great when you're saying your vows.
Oh God, don't do that.
Do you take this woman to be your... I...
Live stream the wedding.
No.
Do it.
I would need more hands for that.
I have hands.
Yeah,
These
you're gonna be busy
hands.
standing next to me.
Oh, you're right.
No, super POV. Best man view
Oh,
live
you
stream.
want me to get a like a hero
Yeah, like a GoPro.
three?
Yeah.
The GoPro hero.
All
Actually,
you're gonna
I'll
hear
mail
is
you my 3D. I have a 3D, not 3D, but a 360 camera.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll just like stick it on my head.
see, you're gonna
Yeah.
do that, and all people are gonna hear is you chewing on something and watching crumbs fall in front of the camera the whole time.
It'd be
Yeah.
above his head, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, I was assuming at first it'd be like in like kind of near his lapel. Or
Instead
something.
of a necktie, Tony, you're just wearing a GoPro.
Oh, okay.
The future is now.
Anyway.
What did she say? I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. She said, "I'll go to the part where she speaks." Again.
Yeah, I heard most of the rest, but I did miss what they actually said.
Foreign critters in his land space. Then she cranes her neck to get a better view. What dost thou seek here?
Oh, I'm the one standing at the pipes that beat the pattern onto him.
Yep, she'd be looking at you, and but of course she'd probably see everybody else. I'm assuming everybody's kind of over here. 'Cause I can't. I don't know where. There you are, that big ass bug.
I'm always watching the rear and other entrances. So.
Where the hell where did the bug go? He's gone. Oh, there he
I
is.
was like, he's right here.
Get out of the cafeteria.
Oh, the bigger bug.
Whoopsies.
All right, so, and it's yeah, that's what she said so far. So.
Foreign creatures in Aslanti space, talking to an Aslanti.
I mean,
I
she's
know.
talking to.
Yeah.
She said that, and then she asked you specifically what you want.
We require your services.
And what services might those be?
Retrofitting our ship to look like something that should belong in Aslanti space.
She scratches her chin. Why? And why are you asking? She looks around. What?
I look around too, just to make sure she doesn't see something that I don't see.
She puts a paw on her forehead. No. Excuse me, did an Aslant soldier ask me to make her ship look more like it belongs here?
This one no longer has any real connection to the Aslanti hierarchy.
I just point at the Vesk.
I suppose that makes more sense, if not a bit more worrying.
I assure you I am alone, and I have my own reasons for it, but our group's reason as a whole is we need to make our way to the prison moon Gulta to rescue someone there.
And you're just all about telling everybody our plans, aren't you?
She looks like even more just like dumb Gulta. Why on earth do you want to go to Gulta?
No, not Earth.
Yeah,
Gulta.
why on, I don't know, why on space?
Why on Spaceland?
Why on, I don't know, whatever. Why on whatever?
I imagine most people, like, because there are, like, literal deities, they probably just, say, why in whoever's name would you want to go there?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Yeah. Anyway, I look around. Do you really feel there's someone here that can actually take us, Yamiro Sakandi? Because I don't feel that there is, so I don't have much concern of hiding what we're doing.
I don't know, that big furry thing probably would have had a shot.
Well, don't take it alone next time.
That's fair.
I turned back to Talmarin. There's somebody that we need to appropriate from the prison planet Gulta.
She sits down and dangles her legs. Pipe. All right, I'm listening. I want to know everything.
Serpent Dragon asks, why is the stream so laggy? I don't. Are you on mobile with a weak connection? That's the only thing that I can think of. Minetta says they're not having lag. Brett, you normally have an eye on the stream. Are you having any issues?
I do not actually have it up at the moment. I can.
Okay. I'm just. There's not really anything I can do besides just turn the stream on. So.
No, you're pretty like minor delay as normal.
Okay. Tony, can I do I actually need to like explain everything to her, or can we establish that we go to a corner where it's a little bit quieter and we just say what has happened so far?
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that if you want.
Okay, I would much prefer to do that.
Why don't you tell me you're telling me that...
Wait, you don't want to yell it out to everybody?
No, it's more of like I already did like a 10-minute, 5-minute recap at the beginning of this stream. I don't need to do a 30-minute recap of the last 7 sessions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In most situations, you can just tell, if you ever have to tell an NPC about what you've been doing, you can just tell me, I tell them everything we've been doing, and then I'll take it from there.
Yeah, if you're trying to be sneaky, then you gotta say exactly what you tell them.
Yeah. She went to some other corner.
Yeah.
She's sitting down telling you.
We went into this room where the blue guy who just chews on things is and had a conversation.
Sure.
He's a top level secret agent. It's all an act.
I mean, you might be right, but it's too late now.
It's too late now for you.
She likes to scratch her whiskers a lot when she's thinking. Curious, like. The Atlantes shouldn't not be leaving one simple ship to guard a newly conquered territory. There has been no pronouncements of an annexation, nor any rumors of important military operations or discoveries. Thou wouldst not have passed through the borders of his land so easily, if it were. I wonder if the Sardat is keeping secrets and exceeding his authority. Which that's speaking of Sardat, whatever the fuck it was. Are you just opening up to her everything that you're doing?
I guess. I mean, so to summarize, we would have said I would have relayed tried to make delivery to Planet.
Yeah.
She might have put in a little bit of her own like story that happened there. You know, of why she is an Aslanti that is not like, you know, what the fuck are you doing? Get on the ground, you stupid little rat. And probably would have been like relayed the information of what happened about the rune drive. No, yeah. It's not a big deal to her. Would have talked about the rune drive and how because of Lieutenant Shawru's data pad, we are trying to get to Golta, but we're told by Merchant Lady that we should talk to Talmrin to have an easier time getting to Golta, to quickly summarize it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't need to tell her about, you know, like me telling the big furball merchant to, you know, give me the armor and get out.
No, you don't have to tell her that, no. I'm just meaning, like, the whole mission shit. What you're doing, how Sedona got there.
I probably would have left out the things about how the Pact Worlds asked us to help because I largely don't care.
Yeah.
Mostly just mostly just this is the thing that led us to needing your help to get there easier.
I'm assuming you guys are going to show her your flight plan that you got from the computer. Pretty much the flight plan that goes to Golta.
Does she need to see it? I don't know. Like,
I mean,
if she's curious about it, I wouldn't have any problems showing her, but I wouldn't have been like, oh, we have this flight plan? Like,
I mean, she probably would ask you, like, do you know how to get there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just making sure.
Tell her no.
Well, she idly looks over the flight plan while you guys are talking. She looks at you and muses. It's like, do you believe in fate? I'll be able to help you, I think. But I have a proposition.
Go on.
Cameron knows 3 prisoners that are being held on Golta. Likely near this Sedona you're trying to retrieve. As they are all non-Aslanti, they should be kept mostly in the same area. If you can manage to rescue them as well and bring them back to me, I will pay you 1,000 credits for each one.
She said that all of the prisoners are Aslanti?
No, they are non-Aslanti.
Oh, okay.
So they should be near Sedona because she's not.
Okay.
Like, they keep the non-Aslantean prisoners in the same area inside of the prisons. Because even though there are Aslanti prisoners, they're still better than non-Aslanti prisoners.
Right. I go ahead and pull off my face concealing helmet and look closely at the what did we decide that she was? Like a mongoose?
A weasel.
A weasel.
Oh, she is a goose claw.
Goose claw. So a mongoose. Got it.
Yeah.
And look closely at the mongoose. A couple questions first. Just how important are these people to you?
Let's see.
She swipes at your face.
All
That
right,
would suck.
I'm
36.
gonna take that as, who are the prisoners
Sure.
that you want us to rescue? There are 3. A Vesk named Moskala, a Shirin named Zichik, and a Slivara whose name I'm not twisty-tongue enough to speak.
Cute.
They were past diggers, archaeologists. They smuggled things off Aslanti sites that once belonged to us, Aslanti aliens, and give them back to the people who were supposed to own them. I smuggled for them for a long time. But one day they picked up something powerful the Aslanti wanted, so the Aslanti went and picked them up. I saw the Aslant ships moving and flew off. Never came in for the rendezvous. They probably think I've abandoned them, but I haven't forgotten. I am just a coward.
Real quick, Tony, can you say their race and names again?
Yes. A Vesk named Moskala.
Got it.
A Shirin named Tseekchik. Seekchik.
Okay.
And a Slavara,
Slavara.
whose name Talmarin's not twisty-tongued enough to speak.
Got it.
Racist name. Writing that in. Got it.
Which I'm surprised she could say.
Again, it might just be, you know, part of that whole having the correct mouth structure thing.
Yeah, it might be like.
Do you have 7 tongues?
Do you have mandibles?
You have multiple holes in
No, and
each tongue.
Talmarin ducks her head.
Man,
and
if I
looks
had
a bit-
7 tongues, I bet I could get a girlfriend.
God. Knowing you, probably not, actually.
Oh!
That's totally fair.
Ow! After
The
she said
first
she was
cut
just a
is
coward,
the
she ducks her head and looks a bit embarrassed.
You say that one more time, I'm sorry.
After she said she was just a coward, she kind of ducked her head and looked kind of embarrassed.
You have no need to be ashamed. We all do what we need to do to survive in this environment. I do ask because you have valued their lives at just over a dozen basic batteries apiece. While I am still willing to hear your request, your offer is rather... What's the word I'm looking for?
Paltry.
Meager is the word that I wanted.
She sighs and shrugs. I don't have much.
That's understandable. I just thought I would check. Well, we can consider that after you consider retrofitting our ship. What would that take from us for you to do such a thing?
I can do it as long as you consider the possibility of...
What would your normal charge be for retrofitting a ship?
I don't know.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Answers quit asking questions, all right?
It literally says she'll do it whether or not they take her offer, but she'd like them to consider it.
Should the opportunity arise, I will do my best to retrieve your friends.
I must point out another issue, though.
Oh, I'm sure there's several.
I can retrofit your ship, so flying in Aslanti space does not bring unwanted attention. The fact that you got here this far amazes me. I suppose with the transponder that you mentioned, that would make it easier. But a high-security Aslanti prison isn't to let a ship dock simply because it claims to have supplies. Such shipments are all tracked in the prisoner's computer systems. You may want to prevent an Aslanti supply ship from reaching Gota and take its place.
Noted. That's
Oh, okay. I'm stupid, but I'm just gonna put this in here now. She's gonna actually talk about payment for actually retrofitting your ship. If you can take the place of a supply ship, I wouldn't mind access to the supplies.
otherwise.
Just as payment for my services.
Well, it sounds like we don't have many other options beyond going after the supply ship, so if there's a way for us to get through it, both with your friends and with the supply still intact, very well, we'll do our best.
And she fishes around on her person for a moment.
I do hope you understand, I can guarantee nothing. I can't even guarantee that we're coming back.
I understand.
I don't even know what day it is.
I have this. She hands you a key card. It's a key card that can get you from Golta's docking bays into the prison cell blocks.
I hold out my hand.
She hands it to you.
I put it in a pocket.
Myrrh?
Yeah, it's just like, that's convenient as hell. Cool.
Right?
Moving
But
on with
she
our
has
lives, I guess.
She is a smuggler, so. But yeah, I gotta admit, when I read the reward for rescuing her friends, I'll give you $1,000 for each. And you're like, that's like nothing.
That's like $10. Like,
we got more for delivering supplies to that colony, and that wasn't nearly as dangerous as infiltrating a prison.
well, like literally, it's just a little over the price of like a dozen batteries. Like, it's like, oh, sure, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
You're just hoping they're worth it.
So, as for a supply ship, to help you with this prospect, they are always coming and going. Moon Prison needs many supplies. Thou should ask other merchants or the Glimmer Shard pirates, which she points to the spidery weird guys.
spidery weird guys.
They payeth more attention to where ships are crossing. Aslanti ships cometh not to Outpost Z, unless they have good reason. So thou shalt need to lure one in. Then take the ship and the cargo. I suppose thou wanteth not the crew. But I can take them from you for a while, free of charge, unless thy desire is to kill them for doing their jobs.
The people operating the cargo ship, is that who she's talking about?
Uh-huh. She essentially said that if you hijack the ship and then get the crew off of it, she can hold them for you with no problem. Unless you just want to kill them, but that's your prerogative.
Owie smiles. That'll be more their prerogative, actually, and it'll be determined by what they say to me.
Spoken like a true Aslanti.
Owie smiles.
Alright. Do you have any other questions for her?
How soon can her work be completed? How long will it take?
I'm assuming I don't see a time here, so I'm just gonna say a couple days.
Okay.
But that's like you guys hanging out here and leveling, so not enough time to matter. Because I know you're gonna need your ship to get a ship, most likely. Okay, so there might be other ways.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Do you have any questions about Golta? Maybe I don't know what information you have.
How much information do you have?
Well, I know my modifications will get you into a docking bay. You can take the key card I already gave you. I shall be able to pass from cargo bay to cell blocks. You need to be stealthy-like to survive. The Aslanti won't be mistaking me for anything but packed world critters. Well, except for you. Maybe they could be your prisoners. I don't. So thou shalt needeth a disguise to look like Aslanti folk. Want them to, but the big ones, I'm not sure if that would work.
Affirmative bear noises.
Big one.
The big ones.
If thou should be caught or show up where thou should not be, the Aslanti will imprison or kill you. Be certain thou hast a clear escape route to run back to thy ship, for thou shalt need it.
Thanks.
As for finding this Sedona, like all Star Empire prisons, Golta keeps its non-Aslanti in one place. Golta's is called Cell Block J. Thou should start looking there. The Aslanti don't keep machine meat androids like her in the same cages as other aliens.
Machine meat androids.
Ew.
Yep.
All right.
Aslanti don't think the machine meats are sentient. Thou shalt have to look in cell block places separate from the other prisoners.
I propose a standard. If it has meat, it's sentient.
I don't even think that's accurate though, because there are races that don't have meat that are sentient.
Yeah, like bears.
No. As the other, like as in, if it has meat, then it's sentient. I can't think of non-sentient meat.
Oh, okay.
Not to say that to be sentient is to have meat, but to have meat is to have sentient.
Meat on the table. That is meat. That is not sentient.
What are we defining as sentient though? Because like clams and mussels are technically alive and have meat, but are they sentient?
Yeah, it's a good question. They're kind of like a meat plant.
Yeah, see, meat plants.
The person I tried asking said no.
I'd call a Kaisar sentient, and it's literally just a plant.
Kaisar are sentient plants.
But they don't have meat.
Correct. Which means, why did you bring them up?
I feel like vegetarians would have a much different argument if there was such a thing as a Kaisar in the world.
So, she's gonna start working on your ship now.
Got it. Let's go talk to some lightning bugs.
So right now, what's your technical EXP total?
Brett?
The actual number it was at was 5670
Okay,
out of
so
6,000.
So you're at 5870.
Okay.
And there's a little bit more experience to gather here.
Okay.
Get that rounded up, and I'll tell you what your number will be. But we want to talk to Lightning Bird.
Yeah, flashy, crackle pop.
Okay, so she told you to go talk to the Glimmershar pirates. Apparently, Hashishir knows how to talk to
Well, yeah, all right.
them. He's gonna help. That's so weird. But anyway, beings that resemble yellow crystals with spindly, spider-like legs gather near a table. Glowing light in their crystalline bodies brightens and dims, accompanied by bursts of crackling noise. And did you want the picture of them again?
I already have it.
No,
It's not
please-
very far
please
up in the
no.
chat.
Geez, did you not like it?
They're creepy.
I'll take it over the friggin' bugs that were eating Friendo here.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
but these ones
so,
hold lasers.
That's true. These do.
I
hold
mean,
lasers.
who's Friendo? Fuck that guy.
Fuck that
all right.
hot pizza
So,
guy.
give me a culture check or a sense motive check, whatever's easy.
Culture or sense motive?
Yep. Pick your favorite. No. Anybody else?
I'm in the process.
I mean, yeah, I can.
Culture.
Would this be considered part of the criminal underworld? Because I get essentially a +5 to that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So make that culture check a
21?
21 then.
Sweet. All right, so you can tell that the Glimmershars seem to be sizing you guys up.
Good?
Murder
Yeah.
them.
Okay, so these Hashishir comes up to them, and the only way
I have
The
no
only way
idea how I'm able to determine that this friggin' yellow rock bug is all like, I wonder if I can take him.
I don't know. It's checking its fucking weapon.
Skittering about, I don't know. Checking
Yeah.
the tensile strength in its weird, like, 5 appendages legs.
yeah,
It's got a gun in its hand. It's
Hashishir,
aiming it at
the only
you.
way he knows how to speak to them is writing in Terran and showing it to them, and then interpreting their response.
Is that what Terran sounds like to you?
No, we're speaking Terran right now.
I know. That's my point.
It might be what it sounds like to them. Why don't you talk with crackles of lightning like normal bugs? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Because fuck you, that's why.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you some stuff about them. Yeah, the crystalline aliens are pirates from another system, and are here at the outpost after scoping out nearby Aslanti space for possible targets. They are gambling and communicating amongst themselves. Hey, cool. Give me a perception check.
Hey, cool. They attack you. You notice.
Wow.
They attack you and you notice. I need a perception check.
Well, Jephthah's got a 16. I rolled a whopping 5.
Come on, Bear. Perception me.
Nope.
Why are you? That's not where you roll.
In before I get shot in the face.
You're right. That's not where I roll.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
What?
I'm going to meditate on Photon to give me the sidereal influence on Intimidate.
Do you have no bonus at all to perception, Tanya?
I'm making sure.
She's looking.
Oh, okay.
I think she just rolled the dice.
I'll assist her.
Oh,
I have a -1.
Oh, good.
Fuck.
All right,
She has
we
a 16.
we noticed nothing.
Can we assist
Yeah.
each other?
No,
Oh.
you either notice or you don't.
But with our eyes combined, whereas you could not see that guy over there before,
We're dealing with enemies
I
that don't
looked
even
at
look
him,
like they
but
have eyes.
also did not see him, but didn't see him enough to let you see.
Exactly.
But they don't have eyes, so like they might do something really obvious.
Okay, so you guys start talking to them, and they're not like it's not like they don't wish to speak to anyone. So one of the pirates introduces himself as Bright, Crackle, Flicker, Dim.
Yep.
If you'd like to write that down.
Sure.
bright, crackle, flicker, dim.
Pirate crystal.
What are they called again? Glam shear?
Yeah, the Glimshar.
Glimshar.
Bright, flicker dim.
Bright, crackle, flicker, dim. Get it right.
Sorry, my accent's really bad.
Bright, bright, crackle, flicker, dim. Got it. BBCFD. Sounds like a Doom cheat code.
All right, so just through basic conversation, you can tell he's not really interested in what the hell you're doing. He's like, I don't care, I don't care. But as soon as you mention anything about starships, he's like, ooh, I like spaceships.
Can he
Anybody got a piloting or an engineering check?
Can they communicate?
No, I have none
Can
of
they
that.
communicate with the thrusters?
Where'd that go? There.
He just seems to be much more interested in.
Oh, plus 12.
Plus 12?
Oh,
Yeah, engineering, plus 12.
Jeez.
all right,
28.
28. His attitude immediately improves by one step. I like spaceships.
So what I imagine when somebody's attitude like jumps up a scale in a thing like this is that their faces do what the characters in Oblivion did
All right,
during
so-
the persuasion wheel game.
Here's one thing that happens. He starts profusely talking
Someone
to Jephthah
gets it.
about spaceships. Like
Just
the Hashishi, the poor guy, is stuck in this stupid nerd out conversation because that's what happened from that 28 check. Were you saying something?
To us? What?
Oh, I was talking to Tanya.
Hachishir's like, oh wait, you guys were talking about something? I just heard these dorks over here talking about speed of light travel and...
So I found out that if you get a thermal coupler and attach it to the bracket, you're able to adjust your thrusters to do a 45-degree angle, which allows you to get more forward thrust.
Listen, buddy, I was just going to what is it, Tashi?
Tashi Station to make some power
for power
converters.
Well,
Probably one of
What?
the worst lines in Star Wars
Oh, it's
history.
terrible. It's so bad.
Not to mention one of the worst acted lines in Star Wars history.
Well, hang on, there's a lot of those.
he seems to really like Jephthah and just ignores anybody else, and poor Hashishir gets stuck in between. But
Good luck, bud.
through this whole conversation, he gives a bunch of shit to Jephthah.
Okay.
He hands over some spare equipment that he has no use for. Part of their excited conversation. This includes a laser microphone.
Wait. Hang on. What is a laser?
What is hang on? Alright, Starfinder. Laser.
That's a good fucking question because I don't know what it is.
Does it say what book it's
Laser
in?
microphone. Did I spell laser incorrectly?
No, it just says laser microphone.
Oh. Because everything I'm picturing has to be
It's a
wrong.
level 5 item.
Did you say laser microphone?
This
Yes.
handheld sensor
Yeah,
allows
that's
you to
completely
hear-
normal. You shine it at like a pane of glass or something, and it picks up the vibrations inside the room and is able to convert those vibrational readings into sound so you can like hear in rooms that you're not in from across the street.
Don't say that like you like personally own one.
This handheld
No, but I've seen them and I know what they are.
This handheld sensor allows you to hear through normally sound impervious materials at great range. It grants you sense through hearing, but only through materials that are 1 inch thick or thinner. And each perception check attempted using it takes a full action during which you are flat-footed.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a level 5 item.
Oh, well, you got a laser microphone.
Neat.
He also gives you a minimal speed suspension augmentation, along with an offer to install the augmentation if you want.
I'm sorry, you need to...
minimal speed suspension augmentation.
Yep, I don't know what that means.
I think it's a modification to your body.
All I heard is that I have springs and struts, and they're just going to put a lift kit on me.
Yeah, augmentation. Let me get to Speed suspension, minimal. You increase your land speed by replacing joints and tendons in your legs with high-performance cybernetics. A minimum speed suspension replaces only a few parts, increasing your land speed by 10 feet. A standard suspension is more invasive and increases your land speed by 20 feet. Replacing all of your leg joints and tendons with a complete speed suspension increases your land speed by 30 feet.
Dude, I can go 50 more feet.
You can install a speed suspension into prosthetic legs. Extra speed from these augmentations is treated as an enhancement bonus.
Oh my god, I
Gotta go fast.
So he's just offering these things to him?
He's
Yeah.
straight up just giving them to him.
Yeah, he's giving it to him based on that huge engineering check and their subsequent nerd out about spaceships.
Mm.
I could go 50 feet per
So I'm assuming when you're saying you
What?
stick it,
You cut out, Tony. You cut
Because
out.
the-
Everyone missed whatever you said, Tony.
oh well, I'm gonna say it again.
Okay.
I'm assuming by saying that you get to move faster, you're going to let him install it on you.
Is that a yay or a
Yeah,
nay?
why not?
That's
Let's
why
have
not
some
how you
fun.
replacing-
said it last time.
By replacing all of your joints and tendons.
Not all of them, just a few of them, because it's the
One or two.
small one.
Yeah, it's the minimal, so it's just a few parts.
Let's see what happens.
I just think I guess Jephthah is a big creepy bug, but now a spindly, weird creepy bug is going to be doing surgery on him.
This looks like something out of someone's nightmare.
Well, while he's doing the installation surgery, do you have any questions you might want to ask him about?
All you, buddy.
Maybe
I'm
that
trying
He
to-
might.
He doesn't want to talk to
He might
anybody
know.
else. We need his help with intercepting a supply ship headed to the prison moon Golta.
The
so
pirate guys?
yeah.
Okay. I relay the information of basically we're thinking about running a heist on a potential ship coming in. Do you guys know of any or want to be a part of any?
He's not sure how willing they'd be to do that, but why do you need a ship?
I mean, why not have two when you already have one?
What do you want it for? Are you gonna steal it? Steal the supplies?
I was thinking the ship and the supplies, but the supplies will come back here.
What are you doing what are you gonna use the supply ship for, other than just to have it? Sounds dangerous.
Trying to decide how much you want to say.
Yeah, I am. We're gonna go with sense motive real quick. With my crappy.
All right, so sense motive while you're under anesthesia and have this guy digging knives into you. Good luck.
Whatever. Ha
I mean, you don't suspect any foul play of it.
ha!
There's nothing you suspect.
We're trying to get somewhere safely.
So that we can do something very unsafe.
Yes.
Where? Where are you going?
God fucking damn it. We're going to the
You're-
prison ship Golta. We're going here to get Sedona. We're going here to find some prisoners.
You
God
just crack.
damn it.
You're all drugged up. You're like, we're gonna save our prison move.
I was from this other place. This is what I did. My middle name is
Start
this.
telling your life story
Oh,
in
God, my middle
extreme detail.
When I was a young larva.
When I was a young warthog.
No, young larva. God.
Wait, you're going to Golta? The moon owned by the... Now, I don't know how the fuck Hashishir can translate this guy's sparks and hums and flashes into this sentence, this paragraph, but here it comes.
Okay.
You're
Give
going
it to me.
Golta, which is owned by the Aslanti noble Sardat Zolan. He says all that. Who controls the prison on the moon that is guarded by guards who serve the Aslanti noble. All Aslanti prisons are protected by a vanguard parapet. because it is a starship specifically for guarding things such as prisons, which, I mean, he would know about the starship. He loves those. The Vanguard one thing to note about the Vanguard parapet, here comes his nerd rant. It has less shields on its forward sides, but it has a heavy laser cannon on its forward side, also a high explosive missile launcher on its forward side, and a light particle beam that's on a turret, so that can also hit targets on its forward side. So it wishes enemy ships to target its forward side, so they're in front of it, so it can destroy them.
You want to put that part in chat so I can put that on my notes for later?
No, we don't even need all that. It's don't get in front of the damn thing.
Like, its shields are weaker there, but they do that on purpose because they want you there.
Well, yeah, I was going to Gulta, owned by
That guy.
the owner of the guard who has the ship that likes to put people in front of it so it can get behind it.
Zolan Sardat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
And speaking of him, he's in his
What?
He's
a
fleet.
I have no idea what you said again.
Oh, I said speaking of him, he's the Atlantean.
God damn it! It
You
cut out
cut
at the
out
same
again.
exact spot.
I don't know why.
I don't either. Speaking of him, he is the something elite.
He's a member of the Imperial Fleet.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
He also
some of
owns
those.
the prison moon. Which is why he's a noble, because he owns the moon.
Well, it seemed like something more
As
fun to
one
do than what I was
does.
doing before.
You own the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
Quick, who's gonna own the moon first? Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk?
No, it's Mars first.
Taking all bets.
America already got the moon. They need to get Mars.
Alright, so since you learned about the Vanguard parapet, everyone gets more experience, which 600 divided by 4?
150.
Is that enough?
Yes.
Okay,
That
good.
puts us to
Add 100
6,020.
Cool. Get yourselves to 6,020. So now your level up is good.
Yep.
So now my move speed is 10 feet faster?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
You got operated on by a creepy spider.
That poor
crystal thing.
Aslante's gonna be so slow compared to me.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I got a move speed of 30 now.
I got a move speed of 50.
That's nice.
I'm so fast.
You a big fast bug who hides in the back and shoots.
I mean, how else am I supposed to get away? We
to-
have somebody who already
To anyone that
punched
needs
something.
it, our next level up is at 10,000.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Minimal suspension suppression. The fuck was that word again? I wrote it down.
Minimal speed
Suspension.
augmentation.
Speed suspension.
Operating on your legs.
Plus 10 movement. Neat.
You're neat.
I can hide in the back even faster than normal now.
So, Brett, how's it going?
I'm not feeling real great, so
Yeah?
Yep.
What are you doing feeling all not great and stuff?
eating lots of like restaurant food and probably too much and alcohol over the last like 2 days.
Ah. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll absolutely do it. Is Tony coming back?
No, he's dead. You're the new DM.
I don't.
Run us through the course. You have to get us up to level 4 again.
Up to level what?
Yeah, you need to refamiliarize yourself with every single option that was available up until this moment.
No.
And then you need to continue to get us to the Great Moon of Gulta.
You all die. I'm going to bed.
Sweet!
Alright, Noella is not feeling good. She's going to bed.
Okay.
But we can continue if you wish. I have her character sheet. I can use her if combat erupts. If you guys want to keep going, but I mean,
Brett also said they weren't feeling good. So, Brett, would you rather cut it short and get some rest?
Yeah, we can pause here if you want.
I am split on the thought, like yes, relaxing and not having to focus sounds good, but also I don't like missing sessions.
There will always be
can-
But
another
I think we
session.
have. I thought we had a standing rule, even if Noella like okay. I thought we had a standing rule that we weren't going to play without someone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
here's
the
here's a quick
idea,
question, Tony. Is there anything
Uh-huh.
else for us to do before we leave?
Let me look. Just see what our next plans are here.
Like, I think if we can, like, if there's like one thing left before we load the ship and head out to like go intercept the cargo ship and get ready to go to Golta, maybe you knock that out real quick if it's just another small little like talkie bit, and then start up at that point next week.
Mm-hmm. Well, essentially, right now, what we're trying to do is figure out how to get a supply ship. Oh, here, let me see.
So basically, what we need is to get information from bright crackle flicker dim on how we should essentially pirate our way onto a spaceship to steal it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I'm going to use my new augmentation. I'm going to jump from our ship to theirs, and I'm going to steal it by myself because I'm Sonic.
Well, if he's a pirate that's
Okay.
been like scouting the surrounding space, do the Aslanti cargo ships normally have like escorts?
Well, the pirate, the Glimmershar pirate, actually, when he said that they didn't know specifically about the ships, but he does offer that he can actually look up a ship schedule to see if they can find one.
Oh, okay. Man, for a pirate
Which-
that's been scouting Atlantic space, he sure doesn't know much.
Yeah.
You are without a
So-
doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
I actually haven't. I was just making the quote.
Actually, you've been talking about bright crackle flicker dim for like three weeks since you learned his name. So you did.
Bright, crackle, flicker, dim.
But since
you like move one of his crystals out of the way, and there's like the one blue crystal, and you're like, it's you, bright crackle flicker dim.
And he's like,
since Jephthah talked to him and they both nerded out about ships, he's totally
you
Get up.
nerd.
so he looks it up for you guys, and he does find out that there is a cargo ship known as the Relic.
Okay.
Interesting name.
Yeah,
will
right,
be
for a
pa-
cargo
it will-
ship?
Yeah. It'll be passing close to Outpost Z soon, and the ship is scheduled to stop at Golta, among other destinations. Which, that's obviously a good ship, and you guys earn another 600.
Wow,
Dude,
jeez.
we're the best.
Literal candy, man.
The
So,
best.
6175. No, 61. Where did the 5 come from? 6170. Yes, Tony, quick, get us to level 5. I want level 5 real bad.
Me too.
I go from being just decent to pretty damn good.
So I'm gonna ask him if he would like to join us on this.
We're gonna need a bigger ship. If we're just gonna start loading up crewmates.
I mean, here's the thing. If we only need one of these two ships,
Because didn't
after
Talmrin
this-
say they wanted to come on our ship with us too?
no, she did not.
Oh, okay.
If you'd like to ask her that, I can tell you a response she has for you.
Sure.
It's in some derogatory words.
Absolutely
in a
fucking not. I'm
language
gonna
you
go
don't
hide
know.
back in my pipe.
Can you help us lure the supply ship? Shove that! I
Well-
need us to live here after thou hast poked the Aslanti and run off.
Well, what I was thinking is we could keep one ship and give them the other. We're probably not going to have two
What?
ships.
No, we're having 2 ships, boy.
The Aslanti expect us to buy stolen ships, but stealing them is another matter.
We're just gonna drive around with two ships now.
Why not?
Like, technically the idea is that
You
you're
cut it.
going to be taking the, what is it called again? Fucking
The relic.
Yeah, you're going to be taking the transponder from the relic and using your own ship in place of it.
So can we sell the relic?
That's what I just heard. So why don't we work with these guys?
Whatever. Fucking this shitty ass outpost would be like, an entire starship, huh? I don't know, 1,200 credits.
No, what they're gonna say is they're gonna go, wait, you want to just hand us a giant target on our back? You'd have to pay us to buy that.
I don't think so. They just offer us a pittance. GameStop still thrives in space.
Oh, I made a joke
right
and
now,
I called
you guys are,
the guys at
you
Bosco's
guys are
like
essentially
GameStop and they
tasked
got
with
pissed.
how you're going to get that ship to come here. Because it's not going to stop here. It's just going to be relatively close to the outpost at one point.
I don't suppose we can just does the schedule say anything about if it has an escort or anything like that?
No.
I don't know if it needs it in Atlantis space.
You can assume it doesn't.
Do we know if the cargo ships normally have like are they normally armed?
It probably has some sort of armament, but it's probably not anything spectacular.
I have no earthly idea. Anyone else have any ideas or suggestions? Because honestly, the ship is being piloted by Aslanti, who will almost always, 999 times out of 1,000, choose death over anything else that would be going against the Imperial fleet or the Aeon Throne Empire, whatever.
So yeah,
So
right
even
now,
like threatening them with blowing up their ship if they don't like pull over, they will just keep fighting.
I mean, if we get the pirates to help us and we fight and we focus down their like life support, you can also you can technically kill the things on the ship without blowing the ship up.
Just shoot the glass where they're looking out the front window.
Perfect.
Spaceships don't have front windows.
Listen, are you gonna tell me that Firefly lied to me?
Yes.
I'm done with you. I'm leaving. Cowboy Bebop lied to me too?
Yes.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
But why?
Did Star Wars lie to me too?
Yes.
Can't believe
Yep.
all of you.
They
Hell, even our
all
spaceships
lied.
have front windows on them.
Nope.
Yep.
They do.
Yeah, and they're the worst designed spacecraft in the history of design.
Well, yeah, it's essentially a balloon. All it can do is go in one direction until it doesn't.
Yep.
Isn't the best spacecraft technically a sphere?
You're the one who has a
arguable,
friend
but
from
but
NASA.
basically you want to have equal powered thrusters both forward and aft.
Like
Because
as long as it's not trying to land on a surface, isn't a sphere technically the best?
no, because you need forward and reverse thrust in equal measure. Because anytime you accelerate, you have to have equal thrust to stop, and equal reverse thrust to stop, which means you need engines on both sides.
Why
so
don't you ask your
So a
engineer
square? A
friend
cube?
like Azariah?
Did the Borg have it right?
no, it's actually more like a long skinny thing.
Football.
Like something long and skinny, so that you can have guns that have greater than 180-degree arc on the sides, that can fully rotate forward and rear and have good firing angles. And then you need full thrust forward and rear, because otherwise, how the fuck do you ever stop?
Magic.
And then you would have like maneuvering thrusters to turn yourself if you needed to.
Another thing to note about the coming weeks here. So this is the 12th. Yeah. Noella is going to Georgia on the 19th.
So
She's got a computer.
Oh, well, no, 17th. So she will be in Georgia.
She's got a computer.
Yeah, but I don't know if she'll have internet.
Georgia doesn't have internet?
not everywhere.
Man.
They're
Not everywhere she's going to be.
about to not have any women.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That's fair.
Did I miss something?
They passed a really, really shitty
Miscarriages
abortion law.
can technically get you in jail now. It's a felony.
What?
No. An abortion cannot just technically get you in jail. If it passes and goes into an effect, which isn't supposed to be until 2020, abortion is murder, and you can get the death penalty or life in prison without parole.
Wow.
And if you help a woman have an abortion, you can be charged with accessory to murder, which is like 10 years. If you help them plan or transport them in any way, you can get accessory. And if a woman has an abortion or a miscarriage due to their own negligence, they can get second-degree manslaughter.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Dumb.
That's disgusting.
Good job,
Yeah.
America. We're the best. Greatest country in the world.
God, when can I move?
So there's a good chance what you're saying is that we will not be playing next week.
We definitely, we probably won't be playing next week because Noella will not be anywhere with a computer that day while she's up in Georgia. She's going to a retreat thing while she's there.
Okay.
That's out in the wilderness.
Okay.
This next Sunday after that, she will be returning, so that day should be fine because she should get back in town by like 3 o'clock.
Okay, and then the Sunday after that will be a definite
wedding.
no-go because it's wedding weekend.
And I'll be there with you guys.
Hells yeah, you will.
Why don't you just have him do?
You
the
guys can
DMing
just have
then?
an in-person session, and I'll join remotely.
Yeah.
Probably
Maybe, but
really
probably
won't have
not.
the opportunity to do so, but if
Yeah.
it's in the cards, we'll see.
Nah, it's fine.
And then the weekend after that, we should be good. And then the weekend after that, we will probably not be good because I will be in Hawaii
Yeah.
for the moon of the honey variety.
There's no, dude.
Mm,
Even
all
scientists
right.
have never made a moon made out of honey.
Science doesn't need to make a moon out of honey if it already exists.
Where's the moon made out of honey?
I don't know. Somewhere
We
else.
only have the one made out of cheese. All right.
Damn it. I'm okay with this, though. I really like cheese.
I do too, and it's nice and frozen at all times, so you don't have to worry about it getting like old and moldy.
Thank you for the congratulations, Minetta. I appreciate it a lot. I am quite happy and quite excited. So,
right,
are we
so-
stopping there then? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know. What are we doing? I don't mind either way.
Let's call it for now, and we'll reconvene in 2 weeks. We can still do.
We can
stream
play a
thing.
game or something next week.
Yeah.
But we should try and determine what we're playing before like 2:30 on Sunday.
How about this?
Yeah.
Let's take a vote from chat right now. Hey, Minetta, what do you want us to play?
I'll try to let you guys know day of. If we're not planning on having a game, I might possibly have a date. So
Ooh, I hope you do.
Bring all 7 tongues.
I might work on planning that on the Sunday.
Well, if you do manage such things, I hope that you succeed. Otherwise, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a date is like a weird skill check. That's an interesting view.
Is it not?
Yeah, I was
It
like,
is. It is. You just don't normally view it as like a roll, you know?
Yeah, roll a 20, Brett.
Yeah.
I mean,
God, I
okay,
critted that so hard.
All right. So, in which case, then, we are going to work on closing this out. Tony's tired. Noella's sick. Brett would like to rest. And so I don't feel like trying to transition into a game just out of nowhere would be very smooth or very successful. I'm being
This slap band doesn't work.
why are you why stop.
Doesn't
There you
stop.
go. There's my D20.
Hey, that's pretty good. I'll take it. In any case, so if there was a new episode of First Impression that came out today, it is on Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. If you are interested in seeing the beginning of that game and my impressions on the beginning of that game, you can find that right now on the YouTube channel. There is a link down in the little buttons below. Thank you again to our very first patron that we received, who is All Might, who discovered us through our Discord server. So this big shout out to you, All Might, who is also our very first donator to the stream as well. So big shout out and thank you for the $3 that you contributed when we weren't even streaming. I sincerely thank you and appreciate that immensely. They were in the chat room for just a minute. Serpent Dragoon is apparently their Twitch name. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate the support. And thank you to everyone else that supports us. But if you do decide to check out the YouTube video, or if we see you in another one of the streams, thank you and enjoy.
Shout out to Minetta and All Might.
Yeah, Minetta. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
If I can hit buttons.
You can't.
No, you're right. I can't.
I can
There
tell.
it goes.